Oh hi, thanks for watching my video. So a few weeks ago, the Sims team graced us with the Behind the Sims Summit stream, which had a few updates and some new information regarding the future of The Sims. There were two main things that stood out to me for The Sims 4, the first and most obvious one being the introduction of infants, and another being the glass with the teeth in it. I made a quick main points overview video of the stream where I spoke about how I thought perhaps the teeth were an indication of more gameplay for elders. And I spoke about how game-changing it would be to have better babies in The Sims 4 after so long. A few of you commented a bit further on this, mentioning that the infant clip does also have items in the background that don't currently exist in-game. We know from the stream that new expansion packs are coming, so I'm inclined to believe that one of the new expansions might be a Sims 4 version of the Generations expansion pack. And it turns out that's quite a popular opinion. Quite a few Simmers think this too. So I thought for today's video I would just talk about what kind of things I would like to see added to The Sims 4 in the form of a Generations expansion pack. I'll be touching on new gameplay and objects for each life stage, excluding adult, along with other more general gameplay features that I would like to see. So, let's begin. Starting off with infants. When it comes to infants, I'm going to assume that what we were shown in the video clip, i.e. the little one out of the crib and able to crawl onto the floor, will be added to base game. However, I do think that what the Sims team will do is just add infants, but then sell all of the things you'd want for them in a Generations pack. And what kind of things might we want? I've had a little think about this, and I've come up with a few things I'd love to have in The Sims 4 for infants. I think the most obvious thing would be a changing table, a functioning changing table of course. Sims could use it to not only change nappies, but it could also be used as a wardrobe to change the baby's clothes, which I think would also complement the nifty knitting pack. How about we also bring back the pushchair from The Sims 3? I know the Sims team like to copy and paste the same gameplay in a repackaged way, so they could just use the existing feature for taking dogs for a short or long walk, and just replace the dog with a baby in a pushchair. Let them have some fresh air. Even though babies are going to remain an object and we instead get the new life stage of infants, it still means that there would be more possibilities when it comes to adding fun stuff for them to do. I would love to see a baby playmat added to The Sims 4. A chair swing would look adorable in my new parent Sims homes. Even a walker for your little uns to strut around in. That's the kind of gameplay I'm looking for from a Generations expansion pack. I don't really want to talk too much about the adult life stage because they get enough attention as it is. But seeing as we're talking about babies, a few nice little additions for parents would be a baby shower event and maybe a gynecologist rabbit hole. You can do both these things with mods, but do it for the console players. Moving on to children. Kids have a hell of a lot more gameplay in The Sims 4 than babies or infants do, so my list is a bit shorter for them. One of the features from The Sims 3 Generations that I thought was adorable was the costume chest. I loved watching my child Sims dress up in costumes and then act like the thing that they were dressed as. Plus, it would be a good way to build that creativity skill without having to use one of the dreaded, endlessly cloned dolls' houses and activity tables. Also, how about a slumber party event? Your child sim can host a sleepover with their school friends and complete a list of goals like tell ghost stories, watch TV, play with the costume chest, order pizza, you know, things that kids want to do at a sleepover. And my last one for kids is to bring back the treehouse. Imagine the look on your little pixels' faces when they see they've got a treehouse that they can decorate in whatever theme they like, from princess castles to pirate ships. Then we have teenagers. So I actually struggled to come up with things for teens because quite a few things for teens that were in the Generations Sims 3 pack are already in The Sims 4. The prom, the pranks, the crushes, high school graduation. The Sims 3 did have teen parties, which is where your teen's parents would go on vacation for a couple of days, leaving your teen to decide whether or not to throw a house party while they were away. There's always a chance that their parents come home early and punish their teen for throwing a party, but I found my Sims mostly got away with it. I would say it would be nice to have this feature return, but honestly, I'm not sure how it would work. Sims 4 parents are so lenient and happy. If my teen Sims parents came home to find a party going on in The Sims 4, I guarantee they would still have a great big smile on their face. But what do you think? Would you like to see the teen house party return? I do think there are still some options for bringing new gameplay to teens though. For example, even though teens can already prank things, the Generations pack could introduce even more pranks, like whoopee cushions or putting the hair dye in the shampoo. That one was one of my favourite pranks of all time in The Sims. Another thing I'd like to see, although let's be honest, this might be too much of an ask for EA, but I'd love to see a part-time active babysitting career for teens. Sims could travel to homes that had children and complete goals like bathing, feeding, reading stories to earn some extra cash. And finally, in terms of life stage specific gameplay, we have to talk about Elder Sims. Elder Sims are so neglected in The Sims 4, there really isn't much for them, and their lifespan is so short that there doesn't seem to be much point in playing with them anyway. I actually think Elder Sims should have the longest lifespan. I don't like that they die after like a week's worth of gameplay, and I know I could just set my game to long lifespan, but if their lifespan was more in line than the earlier generations, then I wouldn't have to keep adjusting that setting every time I play as an elder. Anyway, I'll stop moaning. So, for elders, I would love to see a selection of interactions just for them, and I imagine they would look a bit like the interactions you get with the Better Elders mod. They'll have social interactions like complain about the neighbour's kids, complain about technology, give grandchild a gift to spoil them, ask for help fixing their phone, give life advice, give unsolicited advice, talk about old times. Those are just some of the interactions you get with the Better Elders mod, but console players don't have mods, so they should definitely come with the Generations pack. I also really like the idea of cooking, like when you're an elder, maybe you unlock recipes that are only available for that life stage, like Grandma's comforting stew, or some shit like that. A couple of things I'd take from the older games would be the walking stick from The Sims 3, and also an acknowledgement of a wedding anniversary. If a Sim ages up to an elder and they're still married to the same Sim in the previous life stage, they should get a little golden wedding plaque in their inventory to say, "Well done for putting up with each other for so long." And maybe chuck a plaque in there for retirement too. Probably the biggest addition I would have for elders would be a new lot type called a retirement home. I don't think it would be too difficult to do this. All the Sims team need to do is just use the apartment concept, but just change it to only allow elder Sims to move in. I mean, I say it's not difficult. It might be, but it would be pretty sweet to have it in. So just think about it. Imagine your poor grandma Sim, newly single, moves into a retirement home, only to find the welcome wagon is full of other newly single elders. Now that would give her something to take her teeth out for. Give grandma some hope. So there are a few things I would like to see for each life stage, but there are a few more things I'd expect from a Generations pack that would affect every Sim. The first one, and this is a big one, a brand new memory system. Every Sim should have a memory tab, much like The Sims 2, but more modernised. I'm one of those people who likes to look through my Sims' memories and see what they've experienced. Having memories to me makes doing things in The Sims more worthwhile. It makes it seem like these Sims will always remember the things that happened in their life. I know The Sims is a sandbox game, but having memories made it feel like I was playing for something. I used to spend hours trying to make my chosen Sim experience every memory possible. That to me felt like actual progression in the game. I say Sims 2 memories instead of Sims 3 because I don't just want to see things like got married, had a baby, got a job. I want to see the things that give my Sim character. If I see a Sim who has a memory of sneaking out, I'll think, oh, you're rebellious. Or a Sim who had public woohoo, I'd think, oh, you're a bit saucy. Or a grade A student who was valedictorian. Oh, you're a square. I want to see memories of things that show their character so that I can craft truly unique Sims. This hypothetical memory system is, to me, the most important thing we should expect from a Generations pack. And just a couple other things, because I haven't asked for much already, would be the return of a camcorder so Sims can watch home movies on the TV, the return of the social worker Sim, not just a disappearing child, with a pop-up, and finally, I would like a bake sale. You can go ahead and copy and paste the one from The Sims 2. I'd be thrilled with that. I want my Sims making pies, and I want them earning ribbons. And that is everything I can think of that I want in a Generations expansion pack that is hopefully coming soon. I would love to know your thoughts on this in the comments. What would you like to see? Any of the things I've mentioned? Let me know. But for now, that's it from me. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe, you know I love it when you do that. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.